We're back in the Minecraft Creative series, where Siri determines which direction we expand in and exactly how many bedrooms we have to add to the world. So you might remember, if you've been following along with the series, in the last episode, Siri determined that I would unlock this square here, and it had to be a 2-bedroom property. Now, I was super excited because it was next to the water, and so far the village, if you like, has been very isolated. We've not had any connection to water at all. And yeah, I was very excited that now we could potentially introduce like the fishing trade. And I've gone for, because of that reason, I've gone for like a mix of, it's like a mixed use property between kind of commercial and residential. So the idea is that the downstairs of the building, the ground floor, is like a fishmonger, or at least a shop. So first shop that we've got in the world, I suppose. And then the 2 upper floors are it's like a 2-bedroom flat. So I'm going to give you a tour of that. We'll also be deciding which direction we're going to expand into next. And for me, I think that's the most exciting thing, just because I don't know where in the world I'll be allowed to build next. I spent quite some time putting this frontage on the world there. You can see at the 6-7 level, cringe. It's a little bit above sea level, so I put some ladders in case anyone falls in or whatever. This would just be like a little storage room for the shop, which I will give you a little tour of. So yeah, this is meant to be looking from this way, that's the flat above, obviously. It looks quite nice from this side with those windows, I think. And as you know, we've got the shop underneath. So that's the entrance to the flat on the left, and this is the shop door just there, is the idea. I must say it's not my best work, and I do think this building is like probably the ugliest one I've built in this world so far. I love that you've got that view of the land over there from here. I wonder if we'll go that way next. So this is the shop. This is meant to be like the little counter. Obviously got some lovely sea views, and that's the little kind of stock room, is the idea. Completely make-believe, not realistic at all. And then up here we've got the flat. So up some stairs, it takes you to kind of like a reception area, and it's like an upside down flat. So this is meant to be a bedroom, obviously with lovely views. They're meant to be the bedside tables, and I've obviously not put the bed in. Same thing in here, bedside tables, not put the bed in, lovely views. Then this is meant to be like a little shower room here. Great big window, but you can't see into it at the minute really because of the sand there. And then this was meant to be like an open living space. And I was a little bit confused then because I know I've decorated it, and that must be what I do in the video. So you're going to get to see me do a little bit of decorating. I've literally just got in from my training day at work. And I'd love to like dig into what we get into on a training day, because kids always ask me, what do you actually do on the training day? And it's always jam-packed. It really is jam-packed. But I can never exactly recall exactly what we've done. So because I'm fresh from the training day, maybe I can give some pointers. Now, just before I start digging into exactly what we did on the training day, I know that this building that I've done is not my best work. You might wonder why I've left some space next to it as well. Well, the idea is if I ever need to kind of like squeeze another property in somewhere, there's a bit of space there, or I could expand the house behind, or even expand this. Because I suppose I didn't have to put a flat on top of a shop. And yeah, I really don't know what is coming next in terms of this world. I can't wait to see which direction we're going to expand into. So now I've done all that waffling, I guess I'll sort of touch on what I got up to in my training day. I'm sorry if you don't want to hear that. For anyone that doesn't know or doesn't follow along with my channel, I think I've got my viewers at the minute are just students, which is fine. It is what it is. And I guess thank you to those people that do watch my videos. It just makes it a little more enjoyable. But at times there have been just random people watching my videos too. So just in case anyone doesn't know, I am a teacher, and I had a training day today. So there were lots of things in the training day, and it's practically guaranteed that I'm going to forget something that was included. So there we go, got a little kitchenette, and I'm going to put a living space in here. It ends up being really boring, and I have actually got some space left over. So if you've got any suggestions for what I should do with the space, do you think I should completely redesign the building because it's not very pretty? I don't know. But yeah, training day. So first thing, our principal kind of just went through what their targets and plans were for the academy and things that we need to work on. And then I need to be very careful with what I'm saying about work, but I don't think any of this crosses a boundary, but I am literally playing with fire. I need to be very careful. Yeah, there's that space I was talking about for if I want to add anything in. I might just leave it for now, and we'll see kind of what we get given. Because if I unlock like the square to the right here, the tile to the right, I mean, I probably could fit a property in there. We've seen my tiny little 1-bedroom house from the last episode. But yeah, I'm quite concerned when we unlock certain tiles there might not be a lot of room. So in a moment I just fly around the world and yeah, look at the options. So we can either unlock this one here to the north, that's a potential option for unlocking. And then I do fly around and just recap what the other options are. So this one is to the east, east number 2, east number 3. And then that one is south 1 and south 2. And then just over here in the pit we've got west 1 and west 2. Also west 3. So there are lots of options for what I could unlock. Now, I guess that's not going to let me properly dig into what I got into on the training day, but I don't want to just